All right, welcome back. This is the third race of the weekend. This is on Sunday afternoon, the VDCA season finale at Roebling Road Raceway. We're qualified second here. Tim Hannon's on the inside. We're coming up to get the green flag here. There it is. It's a little earlier than it was, but so I was a little asleep at the wheel. See if we can settle in here. We got a lot of guys that were able to qualify better and get in the mix for this race. Joe and Doug weren't joining us. They had some mechanicals, so we'll miss them. They would have been right in this mix. All right, that's Tim in first. Trey Dusick there in second place. Slotted in right at third right now, so we're pretty happy with this. The track, again, just like Saturday afternoon, there were a lot of marbles in turn 9 from the BMWs, but the track, we had some cloud cover, so the sun didn't come in as soon, making track conditions pretty close to ideal. We had some wind Saturday afternoon as well. There's no wind today, so the track's going to be really quick here. We've got plenty of guys to draft off of each other. Really, you'll see a few of us reset the lap record here. In turn 9's probably our strongest corner on the track. Tim had a fantastic first lap, so thankfully we didn't let him get away. We'll try and catch up here in the twisted bits. Coming through, there's going to be two cars ahead of us. One is a Sports 2000 car, and I think the other is a Formula Continental car. So they had a start ahead of our start to split, so I'm going to try and catch up here. Made a little ground there. Tim's real good at the carousel here, so we might lose a little bit. That was about as hot as we've taken it all weekend, so this is going to be a pretty good lap here. Got the tow as well, which always helps. 1593, that's 4/10 but faster than I've ever gone around here, so really happy with that. Going into this, the lap record on treads was a 15.8 by Doug Meese last year. But again, track conditions are ideal and they make a big difference on this track. You'll notice I'm stalling at the wheel a little bit more than I was yesterday afternoon. That's not really from having to catch the car. The track is gripped up so well that the car's actually grabbing too good, and so we're trying to release some wheel and just constantly keep our momentum up, since it's such a momentum-based track where it looks a little bit like a miniature version of sprint car racing, but we're really just trying to keep it as free as possible. But I mean, it is really gripped up today. Big mirrors. Tim had a fantastic run and draft, so we'll let him take it. We're setting a much quicker pace than we had the previous two races, so see how many people can hang on, how far we can take it at this pace. And right behind us there, that's Brian Gaffney. He's super fast around this track. He'd been having some shifter issues in the earlier races, so that was why he was gridded a little further back, but he was able to lay a good time Saturday afternoon, so that got him back up toward the front, which is great because we're going to end up having a really good race. And always enjoy racing with Brian and his family. Brian's son Matt actually helped me a lot on the radio on the 2 races on Saturday, so I kind of stole his crew from him, which worked to my advantage. This closed box really helps in that corner number 2 there, that we're not over slowing, and then same thing in turn 3, we're not really in between gears and not too wound out in 3rd gear, and we only have to go down to one gear here. Just a lot more balanced on our car. Again, just a single downshift to 1st gear. Car's really pointing in better than usual on turn 5 there. Six, I'm getting better, but I'm still not to the level of these guys through that corner. And I mean, it doesn't seem like we can turn in early enough for turn 9. That's just what the track like. Coming up on lap car. I'll take that. That's an easy low skill pass there, but I'll take it. Now we're coming up on the Foreman Continental, and we can see the S2000 up there. I'm thinking it may be an advantage to be the first guy cutting through here. Might be able to use them like a pick. I think Doug had told me that S2000 driver was he's the only S2000 out there, so if we caught him, he was gonna let the lead train of Formula Fords through, so let's see how that goes. So we're running 1.6 liter pushrod Fords. Those have a single overhead cam, 2 liter Ford. Both those cars have slicks, and even though it doesn't have a wing, the S2000 does make a little bit of downforce. A little tow, really appreciate it. He lifted there to let us through, which was nice. All right, so we got an S2000, and then we're also coming up on a lap car, so things may get a little western. Probably won't be able to do much here. Turn 4 is probably where we'd really like to pass them. It's probably not going to happen. Got through the lap car. And now my concern is that this is just closing the gap to people behind. So I got to figure out, I got to get creative here, because this is about when the S2000 is going to have a better spot on the track. So remember how I said there are marbles on the outside of 9? I'm going to see if I can force them out there to lay back. And now he lets us go. I was going to force the issue and go too wide, so that was a safer move for him to let us by, because he was going to be stuck with no grip. So Tim got a run on me there in traffic, and so did Brian. So Brian and I were able to go through there without really costing either one of us much time. We got a little christening from the overflow tank there on Brian's car, so sorry about the blurriness, but camera won't rust now, and it wasn't enough to really affect the grip. It just seemed to be coming out in turn 2 and maybe a little bit here in the carousel, but nothing significant. Gray's right there with us as well. For full tilt, I mean, I took that corner pretty well, but that was not the advantage it had been. That's just good racing right there. Didn't really slow anybody down. I've said it the previous times, Tim's a really, in first place there, Tim's a really smart tactical driver, and it's very subtle the way he's doing it with car placement. So that's how you do it, folks. If you want to take a course on where to place it and why, he's a guy to watch. Still, we're just giving up a little bit. I mean, it might not be a tenth or two, but it sure feels like it. Very good exit that time. Good exit. We're at a pretty good gap here. Let's see if I can make this stick. Side by side in one. Side by side, I'm going to kind of close the door. We got it. We're working a lot harder than we were on Saturday. But the track feels good. Even the fast laps kind of feel like we're leaving something on the table, but it's just that grippy. We needed to keep our momentum up, and in a way the grip was kind of too good. We needed to make sure we were still keeping big radiuses. Fresh air. Let's see if we can do anything here. It's probably our time to do a little bit of work. And I know the camera's a little blurry. I can assure you the visor was much blurrier. I was waiting as long as I could. I only put one tear off on there. I was waiting as long as I could before I went to that. Before I ripped it off. That 1584 that we did last lap, by the way, right now that's the new lap record on treaded tires. But again, the track's good, so we did a 16:35 on that last lap and went from first to third. So that tells you something about the strength of the field. it's looking at this point like this is a three-car battle. I'm not sure what happened to Trey. You know, I think I said it yet on the Saturday videos, but his car's the previous generation Ford, and having a narrow track, and, you know, kind of older suspension design. He does really well to get that thing going as fast as he does. I think the speeds we're going now, it's probably just he's probably at a little bit of a mechanical deficit. All right, Brian rightfully defended the center of the track, but we had enough of a draft and he left his room. We chose the outside there. We're not overheating or anything, but I'd really like some fresh air. See if we can bring the temps down, probably 5 to 10 degrees would be awesome. We'd be making a little bit more power. Got another lap car coming up there, so might be able to use that to our advantage. Don't want to get trapped too close underneath him and not be able to pounce if he gets checked up for a split second. That Dorm and the Beast, Greg Rice's old car, he saw us coming and was nice enough to let us by. I hope he made it through because he was on the marbles there from the BMW guys, so that probably wasn't a pleasant few corners after turn 9, but we appreciate it. All right, I can't see anymore, so I went to the tear off. All right, let's see. He's going to stick in the middle of the track, so we'll go around the outside. We got the grip. We're going about 10 or 11 miles an hour slower than we usually do, so we all got through there, single file, and nobody gained anything. It's still a race. Dad's helping me out on the radio. He's calling in what I've got around me, so I've really just got to pay attention to going fast, what's in front, and, you know, don't cut anybody off. But looks like they were side by side through there. Maybe I can get a gap from that. Understeer through there. Didn't gain much. That's probably 2 to 3 car length gap, but the draft on the front stretch will take care of that. Truth be told, except for turn 5 here, we're going fast enough. There's a draft through the whole lap here. Got a good exit there. All right, that was it. Sorry I didn't give you all one to go, but that was 3 for 3 for the weekend. Just really good Ford battling. Really appreciated the show from VDCA as well. Look forward to next season. Cars went on the trailer in one piece, so it's a great way to start the off season. Hope you enjoy.